Have you ever wondered about the diverse and bizarre hygiene practices of Native American women? Were the Native women really that disgusting, or have we all been a victim of a false narrative? While the colonizers claim otherwise, here are the top myths and facts about Native women and their hygiene that make us question the lies we've been fed. Let's get into it right now. Long ago, when Europeans met Native Americans, they thought they were dirty and disgusting because of their different clothes and traditions. The Europeans didn't understand them and believed their own ways were better, to the point that their hygiene practices were often questioned and mocked. But worry not, because the debunking is right here. Native American cultures are incredibly diverse, encompassing hundreds of tribes with distinct languages, customs, and beliefs. Hygiene practices among Native American women varied significantly from one tribe to another, each reflecting the unique environment they lived in and their spiritual beliefs. While many continue to believe that Native Americans had a nasty way of living generally, cleanliness was valued and rituals were woven into daily life. For instance, the Navajo tribe used sand or ash to cleanse their bodies, while the Pueblo people took steam baths in underground sweat lodges to purify themselves. On the other hand, tribes living near water bodies often practiced regular bathing and used local herbs for skin and hair care. Hygiene wasn't just a physical necessity, but also a spiritual one, as many tribes believed it brought them closer to nature and the spirit world. One aspect of Native American women's hygiene that often piques curiosity is their approach to menstruation. Contrary to the prevailing myths of shame and impurity, many tribes regarded menstruation as a sacred and powerful time for women. It was seen as a natural cleansing process and a connection to the cycles of the earth. Some tribes, like the Lakota Sioux, had special menstrual huts where women could rest during their periods. These spaces were considered sacred, and women would spend time meditating, seeking visions, or engaging in other spiritual practices. The Hopi tribe, among others, viewed menstruating women as particularly potent and would involve them in certain ceremonies. With an in-depth knowledge of local flora, women would utilize various plants and herbs for their antibacterial and medicinal properties. For instance, the Cherokee tribe used a plant to cleanse and soothe their intimate areas. This may sound weird and disgusting to many, but it was the most sustainable alternative to toilet paper at the time. Moreover, herbs were used in cosmetics and beauty rituals. Some tribes created natural dyes from plants to decorate their bodies, and others used specific herbs for hair care, promoting lustrous and healthy locks. These practices showcased a deep understanding of the environment and a strong connection to nature. But the most important reason why Native women were considered impure is because when European settlers arrived, they brought with them a vastly different perspective on hygiene. Unfortunately, their ignorance of and contempt for Native American practices led to misunderstandings and cultural clashes. Native American hygiene practices, including those of women, were often labeled as primitive or barbaric by the newcomers. With the forced assimilation and colonization of Native American communities, many traditional practices were suppressed or lost over time. The new paradigm imposed strict Victorian ideals of modesty and cleanliness, eroding the understanding and respect for the unique hygiene traditions of Native American women. Despite the challenges posed by historical trauma and cultural suppression, many Native American communities have been working tirelessly to revive and preserve their traditional hygiene practices. Through storytelling, intergenerational knowledge transfer, and cultural events, these communities have been reclaiming their heritage and instilling pride in their ancient customs. In conclusion, Native American women's hygiene practices are a fascinating blend of cultural diversity and spiritual significance. Their unique approach to cleanliness, menstruation, and plant-based care reveals a deep-rooted connection to the natural world and a reverence to the cycles of life. Thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring history's hidden truths.